First, there was Carrie Bradshaw, dumped via posted note on HBO's Sex and the City. Now, Donald Trump giving bad news on Twitter. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson reportedly finding out he was fired and replaced via this post from the president. And he wasn't the only person to lose their job at the State Department today. More on that in just a second. But first, here is Tillerson speaking out just hours after he was given the boot.
I received a call today from the President of the United States at a little after noontime from Air Force One. What is most important is to ensure an orderly and smooth transition during a time that the country continues to face significant policy and national security challenges.
As far as Rex Tillerson is concerned, I very much appreciate his commitment and his service. We got along actually quite well, but we disagreed on things.
Trump speaking to reporters this morning before his first trip to California as president. Just hours earlier, Tillerson returned to the U.S. after his trip to Africa was cut short to deal with urgent work in Washington. At least that was the reason given by his staff at the time. Now, the 65-year-old former ExxonMobil chief exec is out of Trump's inner circle, let go after a series of public rifts over issues like Russia and North Korea. At times, the president has seemingly undercut his top diplomat with tweets like this in October. I told Rex Tillerson, our wonderful Secretary of State, that he is wasting his time trying to negotiate with Little Rocket Man, referring to North Korea's leader. Save your energy, Rex. We'll do what has to be done. And then there was this report from NBC News in the fall that said Tillerson had openly disparaged the president, referring to him as a moron, and was considering resigning. Tillerson never outright denied he called Trump a moron, but he did push back at reports he wanted to resign.
The vice president has never had to persuade me to remain as Secretary of State because I have never considered leaving this post.
As for how Tillerson learned he was fired, NBC reporting he found out on Twitter. And the State Department undersecretary issued a statement saying Tillerson had intended to stay on and was unaware of the reason for his firing. Hours later, the White House staff fired that key aide for contradicting the official account of how Tillerson was notified. And the Associated Press reporting White House Chief of Staff John Kelly called Tillerson on Friday with a heads up to watch for the president to tweet about him. As for Tillerson's likely replacement, Trump says he has total confidence in his pick for the next Secretary of State.